And we're back. Going on? What's going on? You thought we were dead and gone, but we were just working on a project all day long. God. This will be our 4th month project update here. Progress report. I think it's been that long. Can't remember now. No, it's been a couple months. So got quite a bit to cover this go around, so let's just jump right into it. We got a web page actually right here, kind of bare bones, but guy on the team started putting this together for us, which is pretty cool. Kind of explains the project and whatnot. Still gotta, he just gave me access to it so I can get in here and kind of manipulate the text, the images, and all that stuff. But kind of cool. We got our Crusader sword right here. Fire ember, fire in the background. It's cool, but it's all subject to change. Lots of things to be changed on here, but it's a starting point. It's got the foundation here for it all. So I'll post a link of this webpage in the description when I get to editing it and all. And also, if you're looking for someone to do a web page for you, just message me, find my contact, reach out to me on through the comments or what have you, and I can hook you up with this guy. He's really good. We've had a voice chat. Wants to do well, and just trying to create a portfolio for himself. So yeah, if you're in need of a website for your game or studio, this guy's legit. So let me know. So in the last project update, the Crusader hadn't been done yet. You'll see on the left-hand side of here is the old one from the last update, and our 3D modeler artist has, for the most part, completed it. He hasn't textured the Crusader model here on the right, but he's got it good enough to where he can send off to our rigger and our animator. Unfortunately, we just lost our animator, and he was the one that was rigging things too for us. He left due to a paid gig that he got, which is very cool. But we were kind of sad to see him go right when this model got done. We're looking for a rigger and an animator. Both of our 3D artists, they can rig, but they would rather hand that off to someone else that's a little bit more proficient at that skill. And actually, in the meantime, while I'm looking for a rigger and an animator, I just recently downloaded Blender and AccuRig. Mainly just been working in Blender, trying to start from scratch, learning how it all works, really. It's kind of, I don't know, I always just feel stupid when I start into something new, I mean, I'm sure we all do, but it's just learning the controls right now in Blender, and it just seems backwards, the mouse control and the key controls, like trying to even navigate around in the editor portion of Blender. But it's fun. I'm learning it right now in the meantime while we're looking for another rigger animator. So rigger animator, reach out to me. We need you. And here we go. We got the sword, the Crusader sword, being worked on. The other 3D guy, he's working on this. He's kind of moved more to an extern position on our team right now. He's in transition of moving into a new house and working on a house right now. So things are kind of going a little bit slow for him. But before that, he was able to complete the sword to a point where he can hand off to an animator. I still think he has some touch-up work to do on it and whatnot, but just a brief clip here of the Crusader sword that we've been working on. It's pretty cool. So that's getting handed off to whenever we find a new animator rigger. So moving on here, this is our first boss that we're working on, Wrath. This is the 3D model that our lead has been working on. Let me find the actual concept just to remind you guys kind of what the concept that he's working based off of here. So, here's the concept of Wrath that our 2D guy came up with. Our 3D lead and I jumped on a call together. I was trying to do more kind of like an interview type of video with him, but I made the mistake of using the mic here and then having the audio playing over the laptop while we were talking and stuff, and it just, you know, had some echo to it, and it just wasn't good. That was my fault. So next time, I'll make sure to get a headset or something to do this. But we had a really good conversation, and he was explaining a lot to me about how the pipeline kind of works with sculpting and texturing and all that. He's working inside ZBrush here, but I kind of sped it up here. It was a long 20-minute, 30-minute interview, kind of show and tell that we had here. Very cool stuff. The 3D lead, he does an amazing job. He's just been really getting after it. You know, he's almost completed the Crusader model like I showed earlier, and now he's moved right on to our first boss here. And these are the two main things that we're working on for this MVP is the Crusader model and the boss here. I'm going to make him look nice and pretty, get him looking really cool. He just informed me a couple days ago, this guy's even come along even more so than what you're seeing here on the screen. So that's pretty awesome. He's doing an amazing job. So we actually recently brought on another 3D generalist, I would call him. And he's going to be focusing right now environment and props. This is the Wrath Arena. Let me find the concept real quick, just so you got a reference. Pretty straightforward, but looking really good and real cool. And this is what he came up with very quickly. He just joined the team literally 3 days ago. Seems to be getting right on it, knows what he's doing. You know, he's aware that you know, these might be, you know, way too big compared to everything else. But he just slapped this together, and within a little amount of time, I had one say or kind of critique on it. Can't really tell, you know, how big this is. You know, is Crusader gonna look like a little speck here, and Wrath is gonna, you know, look like a dot, a little bigger, or what have you. So I think the Crusader dimensions is supposed to be around, you know, 6 feet, and Wrath is supposed to be about double that. So he's taken that into consideration and gonna present something with them probably incorporated for to show scale. But pretty neat stuff. It's awesome to see all this kind of coming along here, coming together, and seeing it come from concept to the 3D realm. So good stuff here. All right, at this point, I'll just show a little bit of bare bones gameplay here. I've been working a lot on player control, incorporating some abilities, cameras. I think I've tweaked some cameras and what have you. I screwed around with some lighting that I'll show you here after this, but I was getting kind of tired of just looking at no attack visuals, so I just kind of incorporated this kind of wonky tack sword thing that kind of floats here next to me, materializes and dematerializes, and then a block in the final game, or we're gonna just probably have a two-handed sword, and you'll block with the sword, not a shield, but using this for now to represent the block. The lock-on function, I'm hitting tab here to lock on. I think I've showed this previously, but kind of fine-tuned it, I think, a little bit better. And then this, you know, it's doing damage there. Obvious clipping issues, but just really basic stuff. The first ability that I incorporated here is called Blood Right. And the idea behind it is to kind of, you can watch the health down there, and it's going to it's draining down, and this will grow. And then sticks detonates, and then these little things right here, I can pick them up to regain some health and speed. You can see the little buffs down there right above the stamina bar. You know, real simple placement kind of holder stuff, but explodes, does damage, watch his health go down. Blood fragments here that you can pick for health, speed, attack, and damage. Maybe I can't remember what else I incorporated into it. I'm trying to create these abilities, that the first 4 abilities anyways, that can kind of I don't know, mesh really well. The second one here is definitely not done. Terrible. Let's see if I can see it over here. It's going to be a tether ability where you'll latch on to the like a hook ability essentially, where it'll latch on here, and you can pull yourself to the boss, probably be something like that. I haven't really got it working quite yet. Locked onto my main camera, I think, or my I'm trying to come up with a first person perspective camera. So definitely gotta tweak that, get that working. But this is kind of it right now. I'll jump over to the lighting that I was kind of messing around with. So here's the lighting that I've been playing around with. I haven't done much with lighting before, so this was kind of a first attempt here, first run at it. Just a little taste here of maybe what we're gonna go for whenever, you know, we get the Crusader and everything kind of incorporated in here, and we're using that arena. Maybe highlight them like this, and then, you know, when you enter into it, everything illuminates, everything brightens up, things get crazy and wild. I think the last thing here, I'll just show a little bit of the UI menu that I had worked on, or I've been working on. I somehow screwed something up in Unity, and I lost some of it. I'm trying to get it back, but this was a video I saved before I screwed something up in Unity. But the previous update that I had, the UI menu that I showed in it a couple months ago was pretty bare bones, and I feel like I did an all right job here, but still, this is all placement holder stuff. A lot of it's AI imaging. You'll see the Wrath and another boss Subversion images that I kind of pulled into it to use, that you could click to kind of move on to the next scene. Overall, I think this might be kind of the vibe that we're going for, and the music playing it is done by our composer. You know, I was screwing around with the fog or the smoke down there and the lava, and then the stuff dripping off the shields here, you know, trying to animate all this stuff and time it all up properly. I don't know, kind of neat. Like I said, it's all placement holder stuff. Definitely an upgrade though from the last update. And I'm just showing the flow between each scene, back and forth. There's obviously a little blip there of Unity sunset screen. And then this right here, this attribute one, I don't even think we're gonna have this in the game, honestly. But I was just messing around, showing something there. Spent a lot of time like messing around in After Effects and learning how to get all the frame rates lined up and all that stuff. But here was just an updated attribute UI scene. So, and like I said, I don't even think we're going to be using this, but something to kind of put in there for a placement holder. Well, that's all I got right now. Team's still plugging along. We're moving along. I think we're in the 4th month right now. Started at the new year, so in the 4th month, and this is what we've come up with. Kind of moving multiple fronts at once, you know, the web page, and I'm trying to keep the social media stuff going. Trying to bring these updates when I can, when I have time. It was unfortunate that we lost our animator and our rigger right when the models, the Crusader models getting done, and we were all kind of looking forward to seeing it get animated. But you know, I'm just picking up where we fall short, kind of trying to learn the ropes in these different skill sets. I think it's a good thing to kind of learn all the skills if you can, and see what the other guys are up against and what they're doing, and you know, you just kind of get an idea of the vastness of everything within the game development space. Yeah, just trying to push forward here. We're not done. We're not going anywhere. We're still moving along, and we're having fun. Still coming together. 2D artist right now is kind of working on some UI stuff while he kind of waits for the rest of us to catch up with animation and this first MVP that we're working on. So yeah, thanks for stopping by.